Hello everyone, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker part 12, I think. Pretty sure. Anyways, we are going to continue the main story here. I did all the stuff for Labyrinthos here real quickly. So, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Friends gathered. Though delighted by your patronage, Tataru is ready to send you on your way. I realize you've still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself, and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the Baldessian Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I suggest speaking with Krile first. I'm sure they would have heard their plans. What is this? The box is locked tight. Should you choose to undertake this quest, know that guidance from the journal do list map will be limited. You will need to read the text carefully to determine the course of action. The secret in the box. Another time. Right now, I want to focus on main story, so I will come back. You're back. I take it you've received your gift from Tataru? It was a surprise long in the making. With many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though they've already taken their leave. Y'shtola, Thancred, and Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alize and Grahatia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Normenon. As for Alphino and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Levier estate. Though Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Y'shtola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Okay. Need to go and speak with Thancred. Last stand's over here. Master, come to make our trio quartet, have you? Please, have a seat. We'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
Yep. Like the drip?
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Not sure.
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
You've nothing left to prove, Nazarene nor Minfilia. We'll get through this together. Just make sure you bring enough ammunition.
Gods, it feels like only yesterday that we went on that mission to Drybone.
I remember that.
We've both changed much since then, have we not?
Yep.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
Sure thing.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change.
Yeah.
Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to effect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear.
Ouch.
What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
I see.
Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you.
I hope not.
And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
Dad crid forever.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Oh, not sure. More adventures?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
It's a victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
To our long friendship. Leaving so soon? I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianshe, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well. If you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Pass it? I did, didn't I? You try speaking with Alize, but she is fast asleep.
Oh. Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come.
Yeah.
Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness.
Of course not.
When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
Yep.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
You might be the final
I'm
boss,
told
in all
that
honesty.
sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
It's a secret. Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. Nothing particular. It's a secret. Oh, that was lovely.
Oh. What brings you here? Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil.
Not exactly.
All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
You'll be fine.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
Isn't that the truth?
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
True.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
I suppose I ought to thank you both as well. You were never one to forsake a friend, Alphino. I'll be counting on you. I suppose I ought to thank you both as well.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Hydaelyn meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
It's time. To the end of the universe. Welcome back, Master. Return to catch a few final winks before embarking on your mission, I presume? You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. That night at the Royal Menagerie in Alamico. Xenos.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
The words that Alize said.
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
And thus it dawns. The day of reckoning. Our big fight. It is time.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments. From the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
Yep.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule.
Alright. Who knows what we're gonna find there? Or what we'll find out.
Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yes.
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph.
We'll do this. We'll come back.
Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
We'll come back. I promise, Cryle.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryle and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
We'll come back. Promise all of you that. You can count on it. You too, Tataru. You can count on it. Unto the heavens. Ojika Tsunjika is ready to send you off with a smile. I suppose this is where we part ways. For now, at least. Would I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart? Mayhap the teachings of Galuf Baldessian will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think. But for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture unto the sea of stars. This way? It's this way. Oh my god, the Stormblood intro to Final Fantasy XIV. Wow.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
Nice.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
You guys were truly amazing.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of starfaring vessels.
I could see that. Although,
And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you.
God, I love how they included the Alpha
In
Escape
case you're
bit.
wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
I guess we could stick
Well,
with
seeing
that.
as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
I guess.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The starship
Ragnarok. Nice. I like it.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Oh my god. This is amazing. All the beast tribes.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations.
Jeez. Oh my god.
You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Oh. Oh my.
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its
Precursor.
creation magics.
Yeah.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
Wow.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed!
Wow.
While Heidelin gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Uh-huh. That's...
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship.
Yep. I'm glad you took that.
In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way.
May we have a moment?
Ah.
In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem.
Oh.
Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok.
Oh, so
There's no
safety.
telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
Will do.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go. And Godspeed.
I'm loving this. This is amazing. This is gonna be unlike the airship when it takes off. You haven't forgotten anything, have you? No repairs or commissions? A delivery from retainers, perhaps? Nope. Well, if there's nothing else, have a safe journey. The world cannot end now, not when we've but scratched the surface of the Loporrit's technological know-how. So run along now and do what it is you vaunted heroes do best. The world shall tremble before my genius soon enough, assuming you're able to prevent its destruction, that is. Ragnarok is a collaborative effort in every sense. A culmination of knowledge from the world's greatest minds, both past and present. Without question, the greatest ship ever built. I'll have to remember to thank Taru for her timely provisions of food and drink. Poor witch wouldn't have long since given up from exhaustion otherwise. But now the rest is up to you. Come back safe, alright? Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? Then again, who wouldn't want to be present for a once-in-a-lifetime event? I'll send word to the Alliance leaders the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Ameliance will not be joining us, I'm afraid. She cannot bear to watch her children embark on so perilous a mission. Make no mistake, I feel the same. I cannot tell you how many times I had to step away from my duties, so distracted by thoughts of all the ways it could go wrong. Even now, part of me wants to drag them away and forbid, well, not that they would listen, so I will see them off with pride in my heart and a prayer on my lips. For my children, and for the star they love so dearly, you must prevail. Quack. Alpha appears to be trying to cheer you on. Bleep bloop. The miniature model of Omega appears to be staring intently at the Ark. Don't you get any ideas? Everilda. Oh yes, I know you. Your reputation in the rumor mill precedes you. At any rate, how might I help you? What do you do here? I'm a researcher who have long since been involved in the Ark's construction. I confess I am conflicted about the culmination of our efforts. While I'm proud of what we have accomplished, it also means that the final days are close at hand. What kind of place is this? The facility in which you now stand could be considered the very heart of Labyrinthos. The construction of the Ethereal Observation Facility, the ITS scope, allowed us direct contact with Heidelin, granting us to see the truth. It is that event which inspired us to name this location Thaumezun. When plans for the Ark were set in motion, a dockyard was erected here to facilitate its development. Such information, of course, was kept secret, privy only to those with direct knowledge of the project. Farshan. Man is said to fear what he does not know, yet you would venture into the greatest of unknowns. I say to you, son of man, that you need not fear. So long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does he share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst the stars infinite. I pray you go forth, and prove this bond of ours, tempered and tested, shall endure unbroken for 1,000 years. First the great exodus, and now this. It seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleaners were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It was no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best, I can tell you that. I can't tell you every man believes this is the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom, and if you don't, well, at least you won't get the earful, I certainly will. It's no easy thing to say leave the star to us, but we must, and we will. As proud members of the Scions, we have a duty to uphold, and we needn't do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the Rising Stones and hunted as traitors are a thing of the past. We have allies in abundance now, which is to say, you needn't worry about us. Go forth in the knowledge that the Scions will labor without rest in your absence. So that was the covert operations Sicard was assigned. No doubt he thinks we were all impressed by the way he barged in here, beastman in tow, hero of the hour. He leaves me with no choice but to give you the most spectacular of farewells. Yes, a display of such jubilance my arms may very well fall to pieces. Thanks, Amanda Lane. Though our fellow Scions couldn't be here, they wanted me to tell you that no matter what calamity may befall us, they will never give up, and neither should you. No matter how far you may go, we will be with you in spirit. No matter how dark it may seem, your light will shine and endure. Mistress Kryla tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasa and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I am elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. I yet owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasa in our favor. Small though the effect may be, yes, so long as we have hope, there's a chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. We were quite fortunate the Loporrit's Hyper Hopper was based on principles similar to those of etherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existing systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlene's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we have ever studied. You are familiar with teleportation magics, yes? The momentary conversion of the body into ether that may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. The Hyperhopper enables transport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an ethereal current of its own. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally current ones, to which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that the ethereal conversion of the physical form is not a prerequisite for traversal. If you are concerned about side effects such as ethereal sickness, needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole, in theory. At the very least, I can assure you it is safer than the experimental etherites you used to reach Radzatan. Moonbrita has been on my mind more often of late. How different her life might have been if not for our research into teleportation magics. Perhaps she would never have gained an interest in etherological studies. But to abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be a disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her that we found the resolve to carry on, and now we stand at the edge of a new frontier, with a ship ready to bear you into the distant stars and beyond. This arc is as much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. So the stage is set, but I can but hope we are prepared to play our parts when we arrive in Ultima Thule. The key, I suspect, may lie within Heidelin's parting message to us. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goes one, so goes the other. Knowing Meteion wields the power of despair, we must bring to bear hope in equal measure. I am most grateful Wilson, soon, and Bluida have devised a contingency should the need to flee arise, though I pray it shall not. We must needs strive for victory to the last, that Aetheris and her people survive, and that her champions return home without exception. I'd rather not spend any longer mulling over strategy. None of us are strangers to despair. If that is the source of our power, we are ready for it. Primal summoning as it was intended, I have never dared to consider they could be invoked without the danger of tempering. Changes come quickly to this star, and greater change yet awaits in the days to come. All the more reason we must not fail. Venturing quite literally into the unknown, we have to be ready for anything. As I said before, whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. The Ragnarok, and thus does Grandfather's legacy live on. We mustn't waste any more time. Let us board and set out for Ultima Thule. Mother, Father, Grandfather, we will save this star and return home. I promise. Here we go. A glyph. If you would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding the Ragnarok, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time. Yes. Final Fantasy jumps from airship to starship.
Everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
That's one word for it.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
Yes.
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Alright. I got this. Issue the command to launch, have Alpha Note do the honors. I feel like he'd be rushed into this. Also, I've been really wanting to see this, so... Go!
Engage!
Oh my god, they're doing the scene from 1.0. That is amazing.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky! I cannot imagine a greater indignity!
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
I have to do the primal fights after I beat this. Oh my god.
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
Report.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within protected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
It's... Alright.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution.
Oh boy.
Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteon, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
Yep.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Hydaelyn believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours.
Alrighty.
Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
We can't do
Understood.
that.
We promise to be careful.
If we manage to, we would never get anywhere.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive, and the vessel will shake a good bit.
We're arriving now? Report. What is it?
What is this?
You tell me.
Something is... interfering with the equipment.
Better explain. What the hell's going on?
Greetings.
Oh, hell no, that is creepy. That was right in my ear. Oh, hey, Meteon.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
2? Meteon? It's her, the bringer of despair. Meteon?
So this is Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters?
Yes.
I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris.
Yes?
Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
I can't allow that.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end.
Just because you report
Why
anyway.
choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
I can't.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
But that doesn't mean you get to decide our fate.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But that's just life.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
Okay. What the hell?
I can't breathe.
Don't you dare kill him.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end.
Where
those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
Damn it. Come on, Thancred. Everyone alright?
By the Fury.
Thancred?
Oh god, Thancred.
Meteon has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
I'm got a bad feeling.
Everyone, it appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this.
What does it look like?
From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
Interesting.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look.
Me too.
Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
Yes.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End.
Hythlodaeus.
In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell.
Emetzel. Oh my god.
So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Holy crap, this place. The Sea of Stars. Is that a...
Is this a dead star?
It is, I think.
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Oh my god. Holy. Wow. Portable merchant and mender. Oh my god. Okay. I can't guarantee it will be of help in these strange surrounds, but I've readied a provisions note in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. The text is even breaking. A strange new world. Try as he might, Alphinaud can find no sign of Thancred. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely. I suspect given the torpid, stale quality of the air. But never mind that, we must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of this ship. It seems as good a direction as any. Try not to stray too far, lest we lose sight of one another. Split up and look for clues. This is... holy crap. This area is huge! There's so much here. Oh my god. I could stay here forever, in all honesty. This is so cool. Wait. Dead creature. Stellar dragon. I don't want to fight in this area. I like the music. Holy crap, this music is menacing. Ruins. But of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. Molten structure. The metallic pillar has been partially melted, likely sometime in the distant past. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately. Rather, it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. So a fight took place here. Look here, this part is relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggested it is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceive of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Oh my word. This place truly is amazing. There's no other way to really describe this. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings. A poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. This would be the coolest place to explore, like, in an open world game. Holy crap. Square Enix, you outdid yourselves here. Holy shit. Or not even the Final Fantasy XIV developers. God dang. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, and still no trace of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then the chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. I think I might see something over there. I felt it too when I was near that thing. Like, some of them are alive and some of them are dead. Majority dead. What are you talking about? There's nothing here. That's creepy. You don't see? Oh boy, this is going into psychological horror very fast. Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port side we've yet to explore. Let's try searching there then. Master, a word before we join the others. The battle music doesn't even play. And it's just further on another island. This is so cool. I'm gonna love exploring this place. Oh my god, am I gonna. Stellar Dragon. And then, man, this is seriously interesting. Lesser Stellar Dragon. The Ragnarok. Is that Estinian? That's Estinian. And it's straight that way. There's an aetheroid over there too. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Yeah, as I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgard from where my Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. That's cool! Oh my god, that's so cool! Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Etheirys? Bah, better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? You feel like a sense of loneliness in this place. Like, something must have happened here. There's no... I mean, there's clearly a battlefield, but there's nothing here. Saylosk. I feel like they're gonna see them now. Oh, you've gotta see that. There's no way.
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
What?
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
Yeah, more importantly.
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not?
What?
Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
What did you do?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe.
You...
Such a simple thing. unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed.
You will pay.
Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind.
What? Where?
What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word.
No.
Survive.
Thancred.
That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade.
You...
into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure.
You...
That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
I swear to God, Meteion. I will end you.
We should hurry and tend to business.
Yes, please.
Huh?
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature.
My emotion is I'm gonna kill you. Right here, right now.
But you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
You... God.
Meteion holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
Don't lose hope. We gotta keep going. Thancred sacrificed himself
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
Yes, Urianger is correct.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
We'll make it. God, I don't want to even... Thancred, I won't let your sacrifice go to waste. I will end her. Our burdened wings. Despite Meteion's words, Urianger cannot accept his comrade is gone. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that. 'Tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. We'll bring him back. I will bring him back. I will find a way, I swear. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm, that we might confront and defeat Meteion. Estinian, Master, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Meteion said these dragons are shadow and shade, from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Don't worry, Urianger. We'll do this. Nope. Leviathan, you're staying with me. I don't care what you're doing, you are staying with me. Period. I ain't letting you go. Okay, got a home point set. In case if I die, that's where I go to now. Hopefully I don't, but... Komnosk. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost. So glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. A visitor, not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame? Oh, how we would adore thee. Alas, with time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. This is horrible. Wavefesk. Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. Only watch, and wait, and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Knoll, the cradle of unsunned dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go if that be thy will, I shall remain. Search for the source of the dragon's woes and Knoll. Unsunned dragons. This is what they meant. Oh god, Estinian. They led you to here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes, and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground. Or was. I've seen similar on Aetheris. Midgard Stormer's kind must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Fritra said his father was driven in from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. A murky liquid is pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious foetor is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the vicious mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonet was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops, I'll search with the plains. This is sad. Like, really sad. I was not prepared for what they had here. It's there! Get off! No. The boisterous howling hath been quieted by thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within the Null are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In purest soil replete with ether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars? That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won. They too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there's another star. Ah, Stynian. A test of will. The bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving Stynian to sigh with frustration. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed. A pain I understand, and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. For such a beautiful place, this is so sad. And just to go to show, I love the stuff with Heavensward. Heavensward's story was very, very sad as well. But as like a testament to what you did for Heavensward and all that, seeing that just makes like the idea of what if you didn't do it come into play, I guess. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Master Stynian. As for our part, I believe we are more accurately or acutely aware of our confines than before. We start by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amounts of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Loporrits to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is, we've no way forward. At present, if it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Meteion's, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict, and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all. meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on the history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. You don't mean... Mitium meant to unmake us then, and there on the Ragnarok... then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceived it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again, in like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect Meteion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills, though I marked no leader among them. As such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough mayhap to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but very few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone, threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you will fare better. Estinian? Then I shall guide thee. I'll End, they call him. In the dragon tongue, thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. So not this water. Way over there.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Aye, our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are still, and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives accursed as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the Expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star. And yet, upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian! Stay back.
We tire of war. We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. This is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Estinian? No.
No! Not Estinian too!
Are you freaking kidding me with this?
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us.
Damn it!
Sacrificed himself to remake this place. Like Thancred did.
No. No, 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 no. No. No, no.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Alphino. Damn it. Shit. Damn it, Estinian. Can't lose hope. Keep moving forward. God, I don't want to even see them sacrifice. I don't. Do not do this to me, Square Enix. I swear to God. God damn it. Shit. Ostra Condeca Octo. The sector is a recreation of the 18th civilization encountered by Meteon and her sisters. Ruined and desolate, the world it represents was once the abode of a proud race of dragons, who were driven to extinction in a titanic struggle against the mechanical invaders from the Alphatron star. God damn it. Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow, see where it leads. Oh, that was it right there, destination. God, this place is beautiful, but frick off with that. A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions should arrive before long. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war, yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting, Alphino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alize is right, we must press on, for their sake. They're not actually dead, right? It can't be. Roads paved. Sacrifice. Do not. I swear to God, Square Enix. Alphino has regained his composure and is ready to proceed. As your stolen Alize said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps this is the very memory. This is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in this sand. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, it would appear as ordinary stone. A curious script has been etched upon them, alas it is not a language I am familiar with. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. BTN claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure, it's hard to make out at this distance, but the surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. I don't want to lose another character. I really don't. And his music isn't helping either. Ghostly figure. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, Ia, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkodk. Yes, Kofkodk of the Ia. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Ia are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies, I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take for example the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. Don't you freaking dare, I swear to God. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. You better not. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the Ea, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Ea wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining, mind. I don't find this smooth at all. I find this horrible. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. This is giving me so much of, like, the Shadowbringers bit when exploring, the civilization there. God damn it. I'm going to the Aetheryte. God, I don't like this one bit. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles. Through your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak of course of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question and understandable, given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a modal state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. It's so beautiful, but why does this have to be sad? You cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile, but there's no response. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment if you would. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged? Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they failed to answer, then it's likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are no others who have need of those lodgings. But they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Alright. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you everyone so much for watching part 12 of this. Next we are going to Flesh Abandoned, which I already don't like the sound of that. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all for part 13. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. I am going to go and recuperate after that. Okay.